So today we're going to talk about the chain rule. The chain rule is a method of differentiation to differentiate composite functions. So, for example, let h of x equal f of g of x. This is a composite function where g of x is within f of x. So if g of x is differentiable at x and f is differentiable at g of x, then h of x is differentiable at x. And the derivative of h of x is the derivative of the composite function, which is equal to the derivative of f at g of x times the derivative of g of x. Now, this can be expanded into the power chain rule, which is shown on the screen. For any function within a function, the derivative is the derivative of the outside function with the inside function inside times the derivative of the inside function, which just reiterates that formula there. And this can be used multiple times within an equation if needed. You can use the chain rule for anything with a complex inner function. So it's essentially just a formula, but it is important and it is quite useful. So we'll go over two examples in the video, and there is also one more example in the notes. But let's go over this one first. So, number one, we have to find the derivative of f of x, which is equal to 2 times 5x squared plus 3. So you could solve this in the traditional way, but we're going to use the chain rule today. So we have the outer function is 2x plus 3, and the derivative of that is, of course, just 2. Then we have the inner function, which is 5x squared, and the derivative of that is 10x. So then we can just plug it into that equation, that formula rather. So we have the derivative of the outer function, which is just 2, with the inner function inside. So in this case, we don't have an x, so we don't need to include the inner function. And then we're going to multiply this by the derivative of the inner function, which is 10x. And this is equal to 20x. Alright, we'll go over the second one now. So we want to find the derivative of f of x, which is equal to sine x squared. So we have the outer function is sine x, derivative of which is cosine x. And the inner function is just x squared. The derivative is 2x. So then all we have to do is use that formula again. So the derivative of the outer function, so cosine, to the inner function, so the inner function remains the same, x squared, times the derivative of the inner function, which is 2x. And we can rewrite that as 2x cosine of x squared. Alright, that's everything for today. Thank you very much to Loom and Google Keep for their services, as well as to my professor, and I hope to see you again soon.